because there's always some growing pains going from like a 2D format to like a 3D movie format.
And sometimes things that work in print don't work in movie form. Like
Yeah.
I heard like in the book they fight like, what is it, like a giant squid?
Yeah, they fight some ridiculous things, and this they kept it more realistic, to try to.
Because that's the cool thing to do now.
Because that's the cool thing. It's edgy, because it's dealing with people instead of things, which people find fascinating now. I don't know. So that's my number. That's my number 8. I love The Watchmen. It's fantastic.
I will have to watch that. Is the director's cut better or the regular cut?
Both of them are pretty fine. I would probably start with the director's cut, just because it works better for me.
Alright. In response to your number 10, I have a much more beloved Captain America movie, Captain America: The First Avenger, from 2011. I had really no expectations for this by the time I saw it. In terms of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, I really only liked... You're gonna hate me. The only one I really, really enjoyed was Iron Man 2. I thought the first Iron Man was good, decent, but I thought it was kind of forgettable. I rewatched it, and it is a lot better, but I still don't think it's great. Incredible Hulk I hadn't seen. Thor was fun, but kind of silly. But Captain America, I just loved the main character.
Yeah.
Like, unlike Iron Man and Hulk, Thor, he wasn't a dick. He was just a really nice guy who loved his country.
That's the thing. That's the thing about Iron Man. Not Iron Man. Captain America. I'm sorry. I was caught up on Iron Man. The thing about Captain America and the thing with the first Avenger is the person who played Steve Rogers, I can't remember his name right now.
Chris Pine?
Yeah, something like that. The guy who played him was really good at capturing his wholesome, like, 1920s America, like, vibe. Like,
wasn't it the 40s? Because it was
40s,
just around
50s,
World War II.
but it just
take Hitler down, bitches.
Like the way he played Captain America was just so wholesome.
Chris Evans.
But Chris Evans. But it was wholesome, but it was in a decently edgy way. Like, he was able to pull off wholesome in a world full of darkness, which is what Captain America is about.
Yeah. It's just nice that in 2011 we get a movie about loving America for once.
I know, right?
It's
Instead of blowing it up or destroying Manhattan, which I'm sorry, freaking Metropolis, whatever.
Oh my god. Yeah, it's just I actually liked the love interest. The Colonel was hilarious. Oh hell, I ain't kissing you. Get up there on that plane.
Yeah, I mean, the thing I loved about this movie is just like you're going through and it's so beautiful. You're sitting there and it's like, oh, there's this that happening, there's this. The series of events are logical, and then at the end, the ending is like people are just like, well, why can't you fly a plane? Like, that doesn't even matter to me. The ending was so tragic to me. It just resonated with me in a really big way.
The plane, wasn't it damaged?
It was damaged,
I'm
and
pretty sure no one could fly it.
he couldn't have flown it, but he was able to take it down for some reason. I don't
not land it in like a major city.
Yeah, I mean,
so he landed in ice where he was frozen.
Yeah, I don't know. He could have targeted at the sea and then jumped out. I don't know. But the whole thing is, the ending to me was just so tragic. Just when she's on that call box saying Steve, that's like, it resonated with me in a really big way, and I don't know why.
Yeah. I guess the only problem with Captain America is his concept is a little dated, because we have that whole stick it in you and get humped now. It's called steroids. So,
yeah, but
they didn't
have the Vita Ray treatment that he had.
Yeah, this was like my favorite of the Marvel Cinematic Universe until a couple that come later. Spoilers, but sorry about that. But number 7.
Number 7. My number 7 is actually the Wolverine.
Don't spoil anything for me.
Well, I'm not gonna spoil anything for you, but it's a really good movie. It actually reminds me of a comic book, as far as the movie is, planned out and played out. It's Wolverine goes to Japan. Something happens to Wolverine. Wolverine has to fight to undo that.
No, like,
Yeah,
overarching story arc,
Like,
no.
no overarching story arc. There could be like hints or shadows of something to come in the next X-Men movie, but
Is
as
the
far
next X-Men movie a prequel?
no, I think the next one's Days of Future Past.
So that one's gonna be a sequel, but it has characters from the prequel.
Yes.
Okay.
Anyway,
I haven't even watched the trailer because I don't like watching trailers anymore. They will
Yeah.
spoil everything.
but the Wolverine is it's pretty much it feels like a comic book. It's pretty much what happens when Wolverine goes to Japan, and that would be like an issue of X-Men. They would take like 2 or 3 issues, and it'd be like, hey, Wolverine goes to Japan, see what happens, and it's really faithful to like what I feel a comic would be like if it were a movie, you know. It doesn't cut things short. It doesn't make an over anticlimactic ending. Everything's well paced and very well thought out. So,
Well, is this based on the comic that sort of predicted the earthquakes, the real life earthquakes in Japan?
I don't think so.
Because like comics have predicted the future countless times.
weird,
Superman predicted like the Challenger disaster and
Well,
9/11.
Well, see, the thing is, they don't really predict that. Bad shit happens in comics, and then bad shit happens in real life, and they go, oh, that happened in comics. Well, there's like 1,000 and some odd bad things that happened in comics.
Oh come on! There were holes
bet
right where the planes hit in the World Trade Center in that Superman comic. They knew.
Yeah,
I'm kidding.
it wasn't the World
That's-
Trade Center. It was Metropolis Trade Center. I don't
No,
know.
it was literally the World Trade Center.
Whatever. Okay.
But
Next.
Wolverine, I do want to see that.
It's a good movie. Watch it.
Number 7, I'm gonna get a lot of shit for this. The Amazing Spider-Man.
Oh, the new one?
Yeah, I haven't seen the Raimi ones.
I haven't
I
seen.
do kind of want to watch them, especially 2. I've seen some clips and I'm like, that looks really fun. But The Amazing Spider-Man, I just watched it because I thought, what the hell, maybe it'll be good. And I really, really, really like that one. And I think the reason is the main character, Peter Parker, is kind of like me. He's sarcastic, but he's a nice guy. He tries to make sort of everything a joke, but he does know when to be serious. I just love him. He is so sympathetic and so charismatic. Andrew Garfield better go places in this world. He's like 30? 30? He was like 28, 29 when he played Spider-Man, and he pulled off like 16?
Yeah.
Or 17? He's probably 18 in that movie, senior.
Sounds like somebody's got a man crush.
No, don't tell me you don't.
Ryan Reynolds. I don't-
Green Lantern?
Green. No, not from the Green Lantern. From every other movie Ryan Reynolds was in.
Buried. I love that one, but we're talking Amazing Spider-Man. Emma Stone is Gwen Stacy. She also better go places in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm actually not bummed. Like, some people were bummed that they decided to hold off on introducing Mary Jane
Mm-hmm.
in the second one, just to further Gwen and Peters. I'm cool with that, because I liked them. I thought they were, honestly, had good chemistry.
I mean, in the first one, in the first series of Spider-Man movies, Peter was going out with Mary Jane, and that's like the typical Spider-Man relationship for him to go out with Mary Jane. But I don't like the dynamic of the relationship at all. They're a jerk to each other. They're nice to each other. Mary Jane goes off with Harry for a while. Like, I hate the dynamic. But him and Gwen have a pretty decent dynamic, and I like it. I like it better. So.
Yeah, that's one instance in which Nolanizing the movie actually worked. Because Spider-Man, I know in the comics that this is more faithful. That he doesn't just fling things out of his wrist. I don't know how that would work, but he actually made the things. All Spider-Man can really do is he has spider sense. He can stick to walls. He's very flexible.
Mm-hmm.
He's that. He doesn't fling webbing right out of it. He made that stuff. And that's what happened in this movie, and it was really good. It actually added tension when he would like run out or he was underwater and it was malfunctioning. Villain was also good. They cut out a lot if you watch the deleted scenes.
Who was the villain in this one?
That was the Lizard, Dr. Connors, I believe. But
Still waiting for Electro.
yep, that's the second one.
Yes!
I heard some people complain about the second one having too many villains. I think it's only gonna have two or three. Two, right? Electro and oh, I can't remember.
I don't know, the other one had like the Sandman and Venom, so...
Well, nobody liked the three.
Well, no, nobody liked 3 because of Emo Peter. They didn't like it. Did not like it because of the Sandman and
Yeah.
Venom. Although Venom was disappointing.
Oh, like I said, I haven't seen those, but yeah, I really liked the villain. He was actually sympathetic, and and the fights between the two were funny. I loved whenever Peter would just beat the shit out of him. Oh, that cop, what was his... I can't remember who played the cop, but just... The lizard is frozen in, like, nitroglycerin, I guess, and the cop just keeps shooting him, and he blows off his hand, and he can't regenerate it, and I just like, Jesus Christ! It's actually kind of horrible.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of laughing, too, because he is the villain, but he doesn't deserve that. I don't know why he went to jail in the end. This is going to be filled with spoilers, by the way, so just look for the picture of the next movie if you don't want it spoiled for you. Yeah, and I can't wait for a sequel. It's actually one of my most anticipated of 2014, because there isn't much coming out in 2014. We're waiting till 2015 when we got like at least 10 movies that are gonna maybe be disasters, but at least they're gonna be.
At least it'll be interesting. At least it'll be interesting disasters.
Star Wars, Batman, and Superman.
Star Wars. Let's not even talk about that one.
Batman, and Superman.
No.
I don't know. I like some Ben Affleck movies.
Alright, so number 6 on my list is Judge Dredd and Dredd.
I am the law.
I am the law. It's again. I say it's like I like actors like Reb Brown, Sylvester Stallone. Why? Because they're weird. Like there's no reason they should be as popular as they are, but they're awesome. And when he put on the outfit and became Judge Dredd, he just became this ridiculous creation, and I loved it.
The crotch thing.
Yeah, you freaking armored cod piece. Write it down. It's important. It's the future.
Yeah.
But
when does that set? Like 2020 something. 20.
I don't remember when it's set, but
Maybe
I
it's
haven't I haven't watched Judge Dredd in a while. But it's fantastic. Judge Dredd is just this ridiculous off the wall movie with a ridiculous off the wall character.
And Rob Schneider.
Put Rob Schneider in any situation, you're probably going to get something stupid or weird out of it. And then the new one that came out, Dredd, kind of really strips away the silly from Judge Dredd. It puts it in a much more serious, dark, and gritty light, which I like, but I also kind of miss the days of old with like there's a comic aspect about Judge Dredd along with the darkness that was really like 80s of the movie. In this one, it's strict like 2011,
2012.
Yeah. But like straightforward, straight ahead, grit, dark, insane lead character as far as the villain goes. Although I do like the what they do with the drug that in the game that Dredd is there to
turns people into slow motion.
Yeah, it's called slow-mo, and it just puts you in slow motion.
That's how you do it, Bekmambetov. That's how you can make slow motion. I haven't even seen it, but
Yeah.
I've seen a few clips of that, and it's like,
But
that's how you do it.
But in Dredd, like one of the most poignant things is like one of the ways that Mama, the evil guy, kills somebody, is she gives him slow-mo, and then pushes him off a balcony, and like he falls like 50 stories to his death. Except he's in slow-mo, so he's
terrifying.
Like your like 20-second fall now became like a 2-hour fall, and you're just seeing that ground come at you, and there's nothing you can do, and he's like having a heart attack, but he can't die because he's in slow-mo. I can't imagine like a worse hell, but that's like such an interesting concept to do. It's so sadistic, and I love it.